Let's go watch it in 2D. No, let's go watch it in 3D. But if we watch it in 3D, then is it worth the cost?
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be. Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
Hello. This is Adolf Vega from 3D or 2D.com, and today I'm reviewing the new Marvel movie, Black Panther. As usual, I'll talk about the 3D element first. Overall, the 3D element in this movie is nice, but unnecessary for this movie. I did like it. I just thought it could be better, and it wasn't a real big thing. The movie really shines with two combat scenes, with like a waterfall that it really looks nice in 3D. You see the water splashing around, you get a good sense of where you are. There's some scenes with a very, very large, like the waterfall falls, height, where the 3D depth actually really helps you see the movie and makes it more impactful. The movie is unfortunately shot in many dark locations and many dark scenes, and the 3D typically does not work well with darkness, just because the nature of the technology. But I did overall think they did a really nice job. There's a few instances where the 3D pops out, and it's kind of gimmicky, but it's kind of fun. It looks cool. It does look very sharp and vivid. I enjoyed my 3D experience with Black Panther, but I did not love it. I didn't think it was amazing, and if I would see the movie again, I would want to see it in 2D. I don't necessarily have to see it in 3D. It's nice. It's definitely well done. I just don't think it was the best. So, overall, I'm going to give that a good score. So, it is a good 3D. This podcast is brought to you by 3D Wiggle. 3D Wiggle provides software that lets you convert your 3D images into 3D GIFs and or movies that you can easily share on Facebook or Twitter. We have a 20% off coupon in the link in the description, and we also have deals from Amazon, and we also have a Patreon. So please click in the description to get more info. Now, going back to the movie itself, Black Panther is a fascinating comic book movie. Marvel Studios takes the viewer into the fictional African country of Wakanda. The country is unlike anything I ever seen in cinema. This movie just is a really beautiful movie, cinematography and visuals. I've never seen anything quite like it. The movie is self-contained, so if you've never seen any of the other Marvel movies, which if you haven't, shame on you. But anyway, it's self-contained, so you can watch this and not know a thing about Black Panther comic book and still enjoy it. Black Panther was previously in Captain America 3 Civil War, so you may have seen him there, but this is his own self-contained movie, and is a semi-sequel to that, but it is self-contained entirely within this movie. The character story are all well established and all really likable, almost flawlessly executed. The main story revolves around Black Panther himself, which is T'Challa, and he is now ascending to the throne and becoming the new king of Wakanda. Now, T'Challa must prove his honor and be worthy of being the king. And once he becomes king, he has to decide what to do for his country and how to move it forward. One of the best elements of this movie are the villains. Two villains are here, Ulysses Claw and Killmonger, and both of them I really like. Ulysses Claw is a mercenary who has a metallic weaponized arm and wants to steal vibranium from Wakanda. Now, if you don't know, vibranium is an extremely powerful fictional metal that Wakanda is rich in. Ulysses is a fun character because he's well written, compelling, chooses the scenery, takes control of the scenes he's in. I just like him. And now the other one, Killmonger, is a very Shakespearean character with very close ties to the royal family. Killmonger is very interesting and sympathetic. I really felt for him and really felt, okay, I like some of his ideas. And these villains are not just there just to give the story something to do. They actually impact the story and impact the main character of T'Challa more ways than one. I'm not really going to get into how, because that's spoilers, but it really improves and makes the character better from the events that did. So it's kind of an amazing thing that villains can actually make the main protagonist better. And I really think Killmonger is one of the best and most fully developed villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is a high praise. Most Marvel Cinematic Universe villains are not that memorable or not that great, and Killmonger is fantastic. And Claw is pretty cool too. The movie is, like I said before, beautiful. And it's just one of those things that, it's cinematography, the waterfalls, the art design, the costumes, the futuristic technology looks fantastic, but it's not too far-fetched, not too out there. The action scenes are well executed and fun. The movie has a nice flow to it. It goes from scene to scene with some excellent acting and fascinating story. The movie does a superb job of world building and setting up the premise and handling its large cast of characters. That being said, I do feel like some of the story had some plot holes, and some of the elements of the story feel contrived and fall a little too perfectly into place. I did enjoy the movie overall. I find some of the plot elements to be a little bit lacking. Like, really? I question this and that, but it's not a huge deal. Now, one element of the story I really enjoyed was how it handled deeper story elements. This is more than just a stupid comic book movie. It has some really deeper, more intellectual ideas that it plays with. And it doesn't really do it in a preachy way. It just has that there in case you're an adult and you know what they're talking about. You could respect it. And the way it handles it really feels authentic. Like, it's not meant to be there to teach you a lesson or not. It's not on purpose in your face. It's there. And if you may have noticed it, you may not have noticed it. And I think it does it well. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It's just a fascinating movie. It's superb world building and just a great story and a great idea. And I really loved it. And overall, Black Panther, the movie, is a massive success. Story feels new, the characters are likable, the action scenes are fun. I have some issues with the plot, but all things considered, I love this movie. And it's easily one of the best Marvel movies. So, I'm going to give this a final verdict of a 9 out of 10 and a Editor's Choice Award for the movie. So, it really is top notch. I recommend watching Black Panther. Alright, so that's going to be it for this podcast.
We now have a Patreon, and the link is in the description. Thanks for watching.
And we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, a little bit everywhere. Just look for us, 3D or 2D. And of course, review us on iTunes. And if you want to write us a letter, our email address is email3dortwo d@gmail.com. So that's going to be it. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.